So this is a short video. First off, CNN is going to throw the sailors from the USS Ronald Reagan under the bus.
But in a statement, a spokesman said, quote, "There is no indication that any U.S. personnel supporting Operation Tomodachi experienced radiation exposure at levels associated with the occurrence of long-term health effects." The Navy acknowledged the ship sailed through the nuclear plume, but disputed a key point in the lawsuit. The complaint alleges that the Reagan was operating 2 miles off the coast. The Navy told CNN repeatedly the Reagan was operating approximately 100 miles out to sea.
The USS Ronald Reagan, according to the people on the deck, were 1 mile off the coast when the plumes went over them. 1 mile, folks.
TEPCO ultimately would have told the truth about the radiation plume that they were releasing. We wouldn't have been a mile away from the reactor plant.
Cham Dallas, the director of the Institute for Disaster Management at the University of Georgia, is a respected radiation expert who has led 7 expeditions to Fukushima.
I think that there was probably some exposure to radiation on the USS Ronald Reagan, but saying some manifests to many people that any exposure to radiation is going to be dangerous. That is actually not the case.
This is Dr. Dallas. He's from the University of Georgia. And back just after this happened, he talks about how 17 sailors had to be decontaminated.
Sailors on the Ronald Reagan aircraft carrier, they had to be decontaminated. 17 of them had to be decontaminated today.
And how far away was that?
It was quite some distance away. As a matter of fact, the Ronald Reagan had already veered away from the coast.
So if it's low-level doses, why would they decontaminate it? The fact they were 1 mile off the coast.
We wouldn't have been a mile away from the reactor plant.
Dallas said the Navy's calculations suggest the radiation exposure of the sailors and Marines was about the same as taking a transatlantic flight, or not very much.
I can fly on a plane all day. It's not going to give you cancer. Pilots do it all the time. Stewardess do it all the time. Business people do it all the time. There's no risk. There's insignificant background radiation. If you're on the deck of the ship and the plume came over you, you had to breathe in the hot particles.
You have an exposure to radiation, and then there's a pause. There's a certain period of time before the health effects start to come.
One hot particle goes into your organs. It sequesters in your bones, in your muscles. You can never get rid of it. When you get off the plane, you no longer have any insignificant background radiation. That shouldn't be in the equation. When you breathe in a hot particle, you never get rid of it, and you're guaranteed cancer. There's no way around it. Why is this guy allowed to teach in the university, and why is he getting away with this? Why doesn't CNN call him out? And it's time for the students at that university in Georgia to call him out. Take care, folks. We'll see you in a bit.